What is going on, guys? Power in the shop. Tonight I'm showing you my new EFI system that just came in the other day. Really excited about this. It's a new Pro-Flow 4 EFI system, the XT. This is the Pro-Flow 4 throttle body style kind of carburetor looking one on the box. This is not what I got. Let's open this box up and take a look. Oh my goodness. First thing off the bat, this throttle body looks huge. It comes with, I believe, a 90mm throttle body. I got the one with the tablet. Let's take a closer look at this thing. This thing is very impressive looking. Massive throttle body. Nice finishing on it. So this one has the smaller injectors. This is good up to I think 450, 500 horse depending on your fuel pressure. But I'm not even going to be running these injectors. So if you're interested in one of these, and you know you got to go bigger fuel injectors, like 60 pounders if you're running boost. There's no difference. I contacted Edelbrock. There's no difference from the 450 version to the 550 version. It's just the injectors. So the intake and everything is the same. But the price is less for the small injectors. So you might as well go that route if you're changing them out anyway. Here's the intake ports. It comes with gaskets and everything. I did notice though the port size, there's lots of room for improvement. I just have to see how much material is left there. So you can see the port sizes are quite a bit smaller than the gasket they supply. So I think this is equivalent of a 1205 Felpro. There is a little bit of casting cleanup that needs to be done before I run this, like some from machining. See if I can get a picture of that. Here's all the goodies it comes with, other than the tablet and the intake that I got sitting over there. But it's all, like, the harnesses are all real high quality OE style connectors, all weather sealed. Even the relay, which oftentimes you'll see the relays are not weather sealed. It's all really high quality connectors. There's the air intake temp sensor. I'm gonna have to figure that out because that's like a push-in deal. I'd rather have something that threads in for boost, so I'll look into that. Look at the size. The ECM is tiny. Look at that little thing. Very cool. What else we got here? This is connectors. I think that's for part of the throttle body. Even comes with a distributor hold down and some linkages for your throttle cable. Zip ties. Cool. Very, very, very well put together. Look at this beauty too. Comes with like a billet distributor. Looks like an MSD style. It's got no name on it, but nice looking piece though. Melanized gear on it apparently too. So if you have a roller cam, very nice. Start off on the passenger side here. You got your throttle cable, bracket and everything on the passenger side. Fuel pressure sensor. Here's your inlet where you attach your fuel line. You got your fuel injectors. There's a vacuum port here, and then there's another spot for a vacuum port under here. There's your 2-bar map sensor. Distributor. The fuel line comes around here. Nice billet fuel line or fuel rail. There's another spot under here for a vacuum line for your booster. You got your IEC, your throttle position sensor, and your coolant temp sensor. and then the air intake temperature sensor goes in the intake tube. The nice part is it does sit a little lower than the Holley Stealth Ram, which I did have a little bit of clearance issues at the front with even with the cowl hood. On the Trans Ams, the nose really dips down fast, so you have issues. Looks pretty cool. I'm still a sucker for the Stealth Ram, so I'm not sure which one I like more. This is a better design, being that it's one piece. I don't have to worry about any sealing surfaces. It looks like the intake gaskets are going to seal better than the Stealth Ram, which is a bonus. Obviously, the throttle body attachment versus the oval for boost is better. I've never had a coupler that really fit properly on that oversized throttle body under boost, and I used to have them pop off sometimes, so this should be better. It's a big throttle body. You may be wondering why I decided to go with the XT. They do have a big price tag on them, but you got to remember what you get with this system. I wasn't fully happy with the fuel management system I was running before. It worked okay. It was a lot of tuning, a lot of messing around, and I just had clearance issues with the Stealth Ram. It was just a kind of a combination of things. It did work, and I do love the look of the Stealth Ram, but I just wanted something a little bit more simple. And like the system I had was an older style, and things have come a long way since then. So after experiencing the Edelbrock on my buddy's LS 383 stroker, which was a pretty wild setup, his combination, it makes probably 550 horse, I was so blown away by how simple this system worked that when I looked at it for the small block, it's actually a little bit more money for the small block one than the LS, believe it or not, probably because it comes with the distributor and stuff. But I was so blown away with that I decided, you know what, I'm going to go Pro-Flow on mine, because you start actually pricing out, like you have a throttle body here, you have an intake, it comes with gaskets, injectors, distributor. It comes with basically everything you need. Other small things, you're gonna have to get a low profile thermostat and thermostat housing. I mean, but other than that, it comes with everything. All your fuel management, like you're ready to go. So the price, when you start kind of putting that all together, isn't that bad, and these systems work really well. I haven't run it with boost, but I'm really excited to find out how it works. I gotta show you guys quick how fast and easy the base setup is. If you're not a fuel injection guy, if you're a carburetor guy, like my buddy was with his, before he went LS, he was a straight up carburetor guy through and through. He is now a fuel injection guy after this, because I want to show you how easy this is. So this is the Acer tablet that comes with the kit. You can get it with or without the kit, but I decided to get it. It comes preloaded with the Edelbrock software. So we're going to open that up. So we're going to go into demo mode because we're not connected to the ECU. So it's going to be exactly the same as if we were. So watch this. So we're going to go to Setup Wizard, start the Setup Wizard. We're going to go forced injection, like if we're setting it for mine. Standard small block Chevy firing order. We're going to go to 383. We're going to go to mild. Depends on your camshaft overlap. We're going to say mild. 58 psi fuel pressure, select which one. We're going to go to the 2-bar map sensor. 2.5 bar map sensor is available. I will only be running up to 15 pounds of boost, so the 2-bar map sensor will be fine for now. I'm going to be installing 60-pound fuel injectors. That's it. So that's the base maps done. That is, now you're ready to start the engine. So this will be saying you're going to have to maybe just adjust the idle screw in the distributor just to be able to keep the engine running. And we'll need a timing light on there. So this is your base setup. So it'll lock the distributor in. You'll set the distributor at 12 degrees. This is with the car running, is the simulation of the car running. You'll set your target idle speed and adjust your idle screw accordingly for your IAC. That's it. That's the basic setup, believe it or not. And then you can go into your advanced tuning options, and here's all the stuff. You got your air-fuel ratios, you got your accelerator enrichment, you got fan controls, dual fan controls are possible. It's really simple stuff. You don't need to be a tuning expert to figure this out. Obviously a little bit of basic engine knowledge on what air-fuel ratios and stuff to run is a good idea, but you can tweak those as you're learning. So the cool thing with this is the spark control too. So you got your idle spark, you adjust that. At what RPM does it start advancing? This is your total spark of 36 degrees at wide open throttle. You know, it'll start advancing from whatever your base is to your total spark. That's what you set that to. Then this is cool. This is your boost spark retard. So this will indicate how much timing it's going to pull per pound of boost. So there's two, you know, for every, so let's say you can go up to, I think 3 degrees for every pound of boost. And then you got your vacuum advance, as if you had a vacuum advance on the distributor. So you go through all these, you change how fast and slow it learns. This stuff is easy. Limiters, rev limiter, boost cut, like it's so slick. It actually works amazingly well. And you can fire up the car and basically drive it right away, as long as everything, you have everything set up. The base setup is done properly. There's your fine idle tuning and stuff. This is like I said, it converted my buddy from a carb guy to a fuel injection guy, and this is all wireless. So you can have this in the car. You can set up a mount for it in the car. You can go back to here. There's a gauge display. Different types of gauges if you want to do that kind of thing. All your the data, diagnostic mode. It shows, it'll show red if something's wrong. It's very slick. This is very slick setup. Edelbrock has really started. They've really started to figure out this fuel injection, and this works so well. I'm so excited to use this with boost. I have not personally used it with boost. The update. But the boost hasn't been out for that long, and they're also talking about having a tranny controller that works with it. So I'll be excited for that, because I'm probably gonna I want to do like drag week sometime, so I'm probably gonna be going to like a built 4L80 in my car eventually. So, but for now, we're just gonna keep that manual valve body built turbo 350 and see how long that lasts. But this thing is slick. You really figured it out, Edelbrock. So there you go, guys. Hope you like my new intake. Let me know if you prefer the look of the Holley Stealth Ram over the new Edelbrock Pro-Flow Xt. I think I still prefer the Holley Ram, but this is, starting to grow on me a little bit. It's just gonna make my life easier in a lot of ways. But as far as looks, like I said, I think I'm still leaning towards the Stealth Ram. For you Vortec boys, this intake is available in the Vortec bolt pattern. So this is a great upgrade for your Vortec heads. You can make a lot of power over any crappy Spider Vortec intake that you're probably taking off. This is a huge upgrade. And when you kind of start pricing it out, as far as you get an ECM, a distributor, and a full intake, fuel injectors, everything. The price, it's a lot of money. I'm not going to say it's not, but it actually starts making sense, and it's actually a good deal. I kind of wish I would have went this route on my truck rather than the throttle body Sniper intake with the air gap. This has probably been a better option for me, and I think they're coming out with a tranny controller that kind of works with this too. So we'll see if that's an update coming up. Anyways, guys, please like and subscribe. I'm putting some more videos about this and some other projects I got going on.